Hey everybody, Miss Dina here, and today I want to talk to dancers and parents about what a dancer's experience might look like in high school. So, dance is a little bit different because it is treated as a sport in high school, but it's not like a lot of other sports. For example, if you grow up playing youth basketball and say you're really great at it and you play in a like competitive league as well. Well, when you get to high school, it's a completely natural progression that you would join the high school basketball team. And that basketball team has a season, and then in your off season, you would go back to playing for your club team so that you can maintain and stay really good. And that makes perfect sense. But in high school, dance is a year round sport. Dance is treated as a sport in that they attend competitions, and it's almost always tied into the school spirit in the form of a Poms team. Poms teams are mixed, so there's usually a JV and a varsity, and depending on the school, freshmen may or may not be allowed to make the varsity team. It just depends. So, to give you a little bit of background, I used to be a high school Spanish teacher, and I was the coach of the spirit team at the school. And so we had an internal rule that we did not allow freshmen on the team, the varsity team, because of the simple fact that dance is a year round sport in high school. And we didn't necessarily believe that it was a good thing for freshmen and senior girls to spend that much time together. So it was sort of a protection in place for the younger kids, and that was just how we handled it. Um, your school may or may not be that way, and they may or may not tell you that. So, things to look at when you're deciding if you want to join your high school dance team. Because dance is an art form, but it's treated like a sport in high school, it can show up in a lot of different ways. So most Pom squads will have Pom dancing as part of their program. So Pom dancing is sharp angles, looks like a cheerleader. And then there's usually a hip hop component, maybe a jazz component, maybe some lyrical. If you know that you love ballet, then joining the Poms team is maybe not the route that you'd want to go. Also, most Poms teams are starting to get really smart about the fact that they don't want you to quit your studio dance journey just for Poms. And the reason for that is, and as a coach, I can tell you the same thing. Back in the day, Poms teams, Poms coaches often said that you had to quit your normal dance studio because the time commitment was too great for Poms. And that can still be true. But a lot of Pom squads now are getting it in their minds correctly that if they really want to have good dancers, they need their dancers to continue training. Because a lot of times on your Pom squad, what you're going to be doing is learning a couple of routines, one or two, and then you practice those over and over and over because you're going to compete those, you're going to perform those at different games. So rather than continue to train and get technique, you're really just kind of narrowing the focus to those couple of routines, and there's not as much training involved. So, if you are a dancer who really loves variety of dancing, you love tap, you love jazz, you love lyrical, then you want to really take a close look at your Poms team and see if they are doing the types of dances that you want to be doing. Because it's a year-round sport, I really encourage all of our dancers who are thinking about joining the Poms team to start eyeing that team. Pay attention to the coach and pay attention to the girls on the team. Are they people that you really respect and look up to? If the answer is yes, then this might be a great team. It's there's a lot of romanticism about Pom squads on television and a lot of negative stuff too, but on TV and the movies. And so I think a lot of times our dancers grow up with a certain idea of what it might look like to be on a Poms team, but you really have to pay attention to the fact that every single school is different because every coaching staff brings their special flavor to the art form. And so it might look and be practiced very differently from school to school. And so I want you to know that if you're moving into your dance journey and you're like, I don't know that Poms is for me, that's okay. There's lots of ways to get involved in school. You can be a link leader, you can join the student council, you can be in clubs. There's lots of ways to be involved in your school without taking away your Elevate dance journey and replacing it with Poms. If you decide that Poms is absolutely for you and this is totally your dream, we'll support you and we'll help you get there as well. And we want you to know that we hope that you can do both, because we'll love to continue to train you as you move into that. But most importantly, I just want parents to understand that it's okay. Whatever your kiddo decides, it's okay. Being a dancer and growing up in dance doesn't automatically make joining the dance team the best option for your high school student, like it would if they grew up playing soccer or basketball or football. So I just want to put that into your brain. And remember, as parents, the thing that we most want for our kids, I think I can agree on this generalization, but what we most want for our kids is for them to get good grades, have a well-balanced life, and find an awesome peer group that they can all, grow together and know that they have good influences in their life. So wherever they get that, lots of different places and lots of different options. So keep those options open, and remember, we'll help you reach your goals, whatever they are.